Welcome to EGD Made Easy. Remember to like and subscribe.
Hi guys! Want to stop losing marks in EGD exams? Here are the top 3 mistakes that cost students every year. Reading your scale incorrectly. Okay, so different examples of scale. You have your scale 1 to 1. So it's 20 millimeters by 20 millimeters. So if you actually take your ruler and go and measure the side of the length, it will be 20 millimeters. Whereas scale 2 to 1, they label it 20 millimeters, but if you measure the actual size, it's going to be 40 millimeters because you had to multiply it by 2. Scale 1 to 5, so this is going to be 4 millimeters if you measure it actually, and then scale 1 to 2, it's actually going to be 10 millimeters. So if you get your scale wrong, your entire drawing is wrong. So here's an example of the same drawing and what it would look like with 2 different scales. So on the given drawing, they say figure 1 draws scale 2 to 1. So all of these dimensions have to be multiplied by 2. So the actual length here, where it says 104, is going to be 208. But you still label the dimension as 104. Whereas on figure 2, this is scale 1 to 2. So all the dimensions are actually divided by 2. So it looks a lot smaller. Massive difference between 2 to 1 and 1 to 2. So you have to get your scale right. My tip regarding how to get that right and ensure that this doesn't happen in an exam, when you read your question, the given figure shows the view of a model. Block 1, use drawing instruments and copy the given figure to scale 2 to 1. And then figure 2, they want you to copy it using scale 1 to 2. So immediately before I do anything else, I go and I convert my scales. So scale 2 to 1, I multiply everything by 2. So 104 becomes 208. 36 becomes 72. 32 becomes 64. Radius 6 becomes 12. Radius 10 becomes 20. 20 becomes 40. 16 becomes 32, 40 becomes 80, and 60 becomes 120. So now I already have the correct dimensions that I'm going to use to actually draw my drawing. Then in a different color, I go and write the second scale, which is divided by 2 because it's scale 1 to 2. So I'm going to take my 104 and I'm going to divide it by 2. So I'm going to get 52, 16, 3, 5, 10, 8, 20, 30. And 18. I've already have all my dimensions, so now when I do my first drawing, I only look what I wrote down in pink, and when I do my second drawing, I only look at what I wrote down in green. Quick tip and hack when you do your questions, if you immediately convert all your dimensions, you won't make the mistake of using the wrong dimensions for your drawing and getting that wrong. This is an easy 10 to 20 marks that you can save on your exam. Okay, the second mistake that learners generally make in exams is the messy tangency construction. Lines and arcs must touch smoothly at exactly one point. If they don't, you lose accuracy marks. So here I've got a question where they want us to copy the given figure, all construction must be shown. So this is arcs connecting to arcs, or arcs connecting to a straight line. So what you want to do is you want to work with a construction line first. By drawing your initial line using a construction line, you are going to ensure that everything joins perfectly smoothly. So construction line first before I use my A lines. I set my compass to the required radius. And I can draw in my arc using an A-line. So making it nice and dark already. Just want to darken that a little bit. And then I can draw in my straight line as a tangent, making sure that that connection is very smooth. You should not be able to see any type of overlap on the joint between the two lines. That is very important, and you can save a bunch of marks there as well. Then the third mistake is skipping your projection lines. So skipping your projection lines, silly mistake. I know we like erasing them, but that is the point of your construction lines. You don't have to erase them. You draw them nice and light versus how dark you draw your A line, because you can get marks for your method. So even if your answer is written down incorrectly, so you can still get your marks for your construction lines even though your final written answer is incorrect, because for a true length question you actually have to write the dimension down. But you can still get the mark for your construction lines because the examiner actually looks at the method that you used to get to the correct answer. So just ensure your construction lines are really light, and then your final answers are drawn in an A line so they're quite dark. Fix these 3 mistakes and you'll easily save 15 to 20 marks in your next exam. So subscribe to EGD Made Easy for more hacks, and let me know in the comments which one you struggle with the most. Bye!